Welcome back to the Five on the Floor Quick Takes. I am Alex Toledo. No Ethan Skolnick here, no Brady Hawk. Here in the abyss of the Kaseya Center after a 128-120 loss to the OKC Thunder, and what was refreshingly a high-scoring game. Both teams finished with a really high offensive rating, half-court offensive rating, and believe it or not, the Heat got out mid-range tonight, which just really never happens, as they pretty much are at the top of the league in mid-range attempts, and are very good at scoring in the mid-range. The Thunder took 60% of all of their shots in the mid-range and converted there at a whopping 69%, which is just insane for not only just by itself, but for the volume that they're taking. The Heat took about half of their shots from the mid-range, which is a lot by itself, and converted from there pretty well too, about 53%, which is very good. But the Thunder absolutely killed from there. You got 28 points, 11 of 17 shooting from Shea. You got 19 and 12 from Jalen Williams. Chet had a very good game himself. And from the Heat's end, I thought a lot of things looked really good offensively. You got Jovic and Highsmith starting together tonight in what was a very big lineup. It was a lineup I was looking forward to seeing, and was very happy with Spo putting it out there. And I liked how they looked. I just think it's a good way to incorporate Jovic as a playmaker, putting him in with your best players, and you're putting him in with a bigger lineup, so you're not having to give up something else. Like, you still get your point of attack defender alongside him. And I thought he played really well. He had a great game. I thought Hawkins had another very good game. Tyler didn't have a great shooting night. Bam was really getting to work there in the second half, had some really nice buckets. I thought he had a good game and was really the one in charge of that comeback towards the end of the game. I thought really what happened is the Heat had a great offensive showing, but trying to keep up with the OKC Thunder when it comes to offense it's a tough game, man. Like, they did enough offensively to win the game, but I don't think on the other end it was as sharp as it needed to be. Like, the effort was there. I thought the execution was pretty good. Like, they were really helping and collapsing towards Shea. But at the end of the day, it really comes down to them just converting at a high level. And although, like I said, you got great games from Bam, Hawkins, Jovic, another great game from Kevin Love, a great game from Haywood Highsmith, just taking all the shots that were there for him. I thought he played his damnedest on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander there, but the guy is just a bucket. And they have so many guys, the Thunder do, on the floor at the same time, who can make a play pretty much at all times, no matter who's out there, except maybe like Lou Dort. But everybody else on their team can just about make a play with the ball in their hands, and it's just tough to stop when you're sending all that pressure to Shea. All these other guys can make a play outside of that and take advantage of the numbers advantage that they get once you trap Shea or blitz Shea. So, the Heat did their best. I think the Thunder just, getting outscored by the Thunder by 12 in the second half is kind of what ended up deciding this game. The offense fell off a little bit, and the Thunder just did it, man. And although the Heat got up more at the rim tonight than the Thunder did by a lot, they finished 2 of 8 at the rim, which is just not enough. Both teams shot 38% from 3, and like I said earlier, the mid-range stuff, man. The Thunder had a fantastic, incredible game at that, and I think that was ultimately the biggest difference, because the points off turnovers were similar, the rebounding game was similar, free throws, I believe, were similar, and they beat you with about 10 assists too. So honestly, I don't think it's a bad loss for the Heat. I think it's, they kind of did their best, and it just tailed off at the end there. But you know what? On to the next one. They've got the Magic next. Another